In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how we are going to make this cute little Sour Patch Kid out of clay. So, some of the things that we're going to need are a fork, a skewer, a yogurt cup filled with about an inch of water. We don't want to fill it all the way up because it could spill and we don't need very much of this. Our board, one of these little guys, which are going to be already cut out with my cookie cutter just for time saving, and a little ball of clay. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to, instead of just having his arms out, you can either gently bend them down, or if you want to gently move the hand up to look like he's waving, you can do that. And we also want to just bring the legs in a little bit. Now, this is not an action figure. You're not going to be able to just whoop, pull it right up. Okay, if you do it too fast, it could break or crack. So just make sure that you're doing it slowly and carefully. All right, once we've done that, I want you to just dip your fingers in water and just gently smooth some of the any little like cracks or smudges or little things on there, just to get it nice and smooth. Okay, please don't overdo it with the water. If you overdo it with the water, it's going to turn into a big muddy mess. Now we're going to take our piece of clay, and whenever you get a piece of clay that's come right out of the clay barrel, you need to do something called wedging it. So you're just going to throw it down and rotate it, throw it down and rotate it, and just do that about like, I don't know, 8 times, just to get all the clay compressed. Don't throw it down as hard as you can, okay? Just hard enough that it all kind of gets like pushed together. Then we are going to start by making this little shape on the top of the head. So to do that, we are going to make 4 little clay balls. So before we attach them, we're going to roll them. So we're going to make sure that they're about the same size, like this. Okay. Now we're going to do something to attach them called slipping and scoring. So this is so important when we're using this particular type of clay. It's different than when you use Play-Doh or Model Magic. We have to do this slipping and scoring. So what you do is you take a little bit of water and you put it on the surface of the clay, and then you have to scratch the area where you're attaching it. That's called scoring. Then the other item, or the other part that you're going to be attaching it to, also has to get scratched. So it works almost like 2 sides of Velcro, where those 2 rough sides can kind of hook together or stick together. And then you give it a good press like that. After you give it a good press, you can just smooth it down a little bit. Okay. And then I'm going to do that. So slip and score, press. Okay, so you always want to make sure you're not only scoring, but you're also adding slip, which is like kind of like muddy clay water. Okay, so if you have a little bit of clay dust in the bottom of your yogurt cup, which you will, it's going to be kind of mixed in there and be kind of mucky, murky water. That is slip. Okay, now some artists like to use slip that is very, very thick. When you start doing things that are much bigger and you're building them and they're heavier, we can use that. But for now, just for a little simple project like this, water works well for slip. Okay, and then I'm just gonna smooth it down, and I'm not pressing too hard because I don't want to wind up putting a big indent into my Sour Patch Kid's head. Okay, so now I have these attached really well. So now I want to get my clay, and I am going to make 2 more balls, okay, a little bit smaller. Roll them. Before you attach them, make sure that they're the right size, or that they're equal in size. And pinch a little bit off of this one. There we go. You can always adjust it. Good. Now I'm also going to take my other piece of clay and I'm going to roll a little coil. This is gonna be for the mouth. So then I can put this on here for the mouth, kind of fit it. See if I like about the size of them. I'm gonna make this a little bit shorter just because I made it a little too long. Should have a tiny little mouth, okay? Like that. So now to attach it, I have to do what? Say it out loud. Good, slip and score. Okay, both sides. Okay, when I put this on, I can give it a little twist. Okay. Now, scoring can also be done with other tools like a skewer. Some people like to use a toothbrush, and I'm just gently kind of tapping there to get this on. Anything that allows you to kind of rough up the surface of it. I like forks because you have 4 little prongs to rough things up and score, so it's almost like it works a little faster. Okay, and just gently press that on. Now, the last thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take the round end of the skewer, not the pointy end, the round end. And I'm going to just gently push it through, give it a little twist, take it out. Push it in gently, make a little twist, and take it out. Okay, now this little guy is all done. So you would just give me a thumbs up. I'll come collect it, and I will put your name and class code on the back, and then we're also going to stuff the belly with a little paper towel when it is drying so that it has a little chubby belly. So have lots of fun. Make sure you follow the picture directions on the board, and yeah, just enjoy yourself.